This is Brandon with Fleet Feet, and today I'm going to be giving you a full review of the Saucony Endorphin Pro 4. This is one of my favorite race day shoes of 2024 so far. I love the second model, third model, and now I can confirm after running maybe 20-30 miles in this shoe that I absolutely love it, and it is one of my favorite race day shoes so far that has come out this year. The rest of the Fleet Feet team agreed as well, and they had a lot of great things to say about it, so I'll get into that as well. But for now, this is Saucony's premier race day shoe, or at least one out of the two of them. This is one of the most versatile racing shoes that I've ever tried. You can run it all the way from the 5K up to the marathon and really have no issues in it. Some big updates about this shoe is that there is actually dual cushioning, so there's two midsoles in the shoe as well as a redesigned upper for a better lockdown and fit. However, Saucony does still keep a lot of the great technology pieces in there from the third model to the fourth model, like the PWRRUN PB midsole. You've got the carbon fiber plate still and speed roll technology. Starting with the upper, this was one of my favorite parts of the shoe. The new upper of the shoe is very breathable, it is very light, it is very airy. The tongue is an integrated upper, which means that it actually just fits in as one full cohesive piece in the upper, so it's kind of like a booty constructed upper in the tongue. This really provided a lot of that sock-like fit and comfort underfoot and actually made the lockdown fit really strong in this shoe. One of our reviewers, Ashley, actually found this shoe to be quite light and airy and very breathable underfoot, and actually really enjoyed that sock-like fit underfoot. She just absolutely loved it. When I was cornering or going through my stride or going through some of the faster paces in this shoe and really taking it through the test, I found that the upper really just sung on foot. It was great with lockdown. The lacing I had no issues with. I definitely found myself able to rely on it for a lot of those faster speeds that I need to go for. If I were to lace this up for a race, or if I needed to go on any faster workouts in the shoe, it's absolutely something that I would be able to rely on. I really enjoy the minimal overlays in the upper. I find that those are just like a nice design aesthetic and reinforcement for the upper as well. So kudos to Saucony for not just making an aesthetically pleasing shoe, one to look at, but also really great functional light overlays, as well as a breathable upper that just locks down the foot well. Overall, I absolutely loved it. So let's move down to the midsole, which in my opinion is the best part of the shoe. They've changed a lot from the third to the fourth model, but I think for all the better. First, you have a what Saucony is calling an SRS, which is a super responsive sock liner, which sits at exactly where your foot is going to meet the bed of the shoe, and it's just going to be that nice plush feeling underfoot that you've got. I wish I could actually take the sock liner out for you right now, but just from feeling it, it is very soft, it is very cushioned, and it is quite responsive as well. I really was feeling that great SRS or super responsive sock liner when I was running through my stride. I absolutely loved it. Then just a layer down from that is a PWRRUN HG midsole, so that is actually just below the sock liner, but it is above a carbon fiber plate with speed roll technology in it, which is similar to what you see in the third model. Then just below that carbon fiber plate, you have the PWRRUN PB foam, which sits just below the plate and was found in the third model of the Pro as well. Overall, I really enjoyed the balance between the two foams and the carbon fiber plate. I could definitely feel that speed roll technology as I was going through my stride. I did a few workouts in this shoe. I was kind of doing a few like tempo runs and a little bit of a fartlek, so it was kind of like I was picking up the pace, I was slowing down and kind of doing a little bit of changing of paces, and I found that this shoe had no issues at all with any of that. When I was taking it on some of those higher speeds, I found that I was really enjoying the responsiveness in the sock liner combined with the HG foam, which was more aggressive and really just gave it a little bit more emphasis and a little bit more pop than in the third model. So I will say that the change from the third to the fourth model has definitely improved in my opinion. The shoe is a little bit more aggressive and it is definitely a bit faster underfoot, but I do enjoy that. And I think that for a lot of people who did enjoy the three, they're going to enjoy the fourth model as well. Saucony in general has made great racing shoes over the years. I've enjoyed the third model, I enjoyed the second model, and a lot of our team agrees. They mostly enjoyed this shoe as well. Overall, the team felt like the ride of the shoe was quite plush and quite soft underfoot when you were going through your stride, but had a ton of responsiveness and had a lot of rebound and energy return that you were looking for, but it also had that high level of cushioning that you might be looking for as well in a race day shoe. So if you're going for the marathon distance, it's got that high cushioning. If you want to race it for a 5K, it has that fast responsiveness that you need. All of the changes from the third to the fourth model were good, and they were positive, and they were moving in the right direction. So for me personally, every time that I went out and ran in this shoe or laced it up next time, I was more and more excited. I was just enjoying it more and more on every stride. So for me personally, I really like this shoe. This shoe can kind of do it all. You can run in it for workouts or race day or intervals. You can take it on the track or on the road. This shoe will really shine for you. If you are looking for a race day shoe with a very high quality midsole, I wouldn't look much further. The outsole is made with a new, what they call a lattice design outsole here. It's really just it's just the design coverage. It's just like these like hex crosses here, which is just this like lattice design that they've got going on. Overall, I felt the rubber coverage was quite good. I had no issues with traction or grip underfoot when I was going through my stride, so no issues there. The midsole of this shoe does have a pretty high stack. It actually comes in at 39.5 in the heel and 31.5 in the toe, which gives it an 8mm drop, which is pretty traditional for a lot of racing shoes. I enjoy the higher stack option, though it didn't feel like a super high stack when I was running in it. So overall, it was like I got all of the cushioning that I wanted from a high stack shoe, but if you're someone who enjoys a low profile ride, I still think this will work for you. Like I mentioned earlier, this shoe is also quite light, especially for a race day shoe. The men's model comes in around 7.5 ounces, which is around 212 grams. And for the women's model, it comes in at 6.5 ounces for 185 grams. The weight of the shoe really shines, and it is just a very light package. It's very propulsive. It's just kind of very snappy and fast underfoot. When I was going through my stride and running in this shoe, I almost forgot that it was on my feet. It was so good. So overall, it is a very lightweight shoe, a very fast shoe, very snappy. I don't know. I mean, can't you tell that I like this shoe? There's really not too many bad things that I can say about it. If you're someone who is looking for a race day shoe that can really do it all from the 5K to the marathon day distance, this would be a great shoe for you. If you're someone who's looking for a blend between soft cushioning and fast and responsive ride, this race day shoe would also do it for you. I am excited to continue to put more miles in this shoe even after this review. So that's really when I know that I like a shoe, is that if I'm gonna lace it up even after I've done the written or the video review of it. But overall, if you're looking for a PB, then this one might just do the trick for you. If you like this review, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, as well as leave your comments for what shoe reviews I should be doing next. If you want to read a more in-depth review of this shoe and hear from some of our other reviewers, go to fleetfeet.com and you can go to Saucony Endorphin Pro to check out the full review, where you can hear from Nate, Kate, Caroline, and all the other reviewers and their opinions and everything that they have to say about the shoe as well. Make sure to follow us on Strava, on Instagram, on Facebook. Make sure to follow us on TikTok. We're on TikTok as well. So follow us on all of our different social media channels that we're on, and stay tuned for when the next video comes out.